Elder Scrolls Online Let's Play series. We are still in Western Skyrim, but we are back underneath Western Skyrim in Blackreach, where we are trying to do this quest, digging up Trebel. So let's continue. Gotta set up some traps here.
Did you have any trouble setting up the traps? Great work. You're a natural. Have you ever considered making this your life's work? It's really quite rewarding, and you certainly have the aptitude for it. Anyway, I'm sure Elle will be relieved to hear that they're all set up now. Elle Bitterblade, the head of Dusktown. She hired us, though she's been understandably doubtful since her husband, Overseer Earlvar, kicked us out of the mines earlier. Maybe you could help smooth things over by telling her the traps are set up? Oh, thank you so much. Claudina, say more about your process. I want to capture everything in my notes.
Did you hear? They finally freed Fort Morvenskar from Thilkor Orthane's troops. Grumog, please. There's no need for alarm.
But Captain
I'm beginning to think
missing.
hiring those ghost hunters was a mistake. I thought it would make everyone feel a little safer to know we were looking into it, but it's just made everything worse. Are you another one of that woman's assistants? Look, when I hired those two, they assured me that they had things well in hand. But we've got another person missing, and my people are scrambling over themselves in their fear. My town guard, Captain Agron. He was last seen at the administrative offices, but then he didn't show up for his posting. He just up and vanished, same as the others. Possibly, but I wouldn't have taken Captain Agron for a deserter. If you're helping those ghost hunters, would you take a look in the offices? My people are scared. I'd like to have a working theory to give them, at least.
This is the place, Claudina. The locals say Captain Agron disappeared from this very spot.
It's locked.
Oh good, you're just in time. We've hit a wall in the investigation. How did it go with Elle? Oh, great! That's wonderful! Now we don't have to find another way inside. I keep telling Claudina you're a natural. You've just taken to all of this so splendidly. I'm thrilled you get to participate in the ceremony. I envy you, getting to experience it for the first time. Basically, if Captain Agron disappeared here, there might be some kind of spiritual residue left over from whatever took place. We need to conduct a ritual to try and harness it. Here, you take the spirit summoning whistle. In here is powerful. Don't you think, Claudina? We're onto something. All right, here go the smelling salts. Get ready with the whistle. Do you hear that? It's coming from upstairs.
Slow down, Phoebe. Be vigilant, not hurried.
Did you see that basket move? A spirit!
Phoebe, wait. What have I told you about jumping to conclusions? You'll have to forgive Phoebe. She's still young, and for all her scholarly knowledge, she's prone to startling at the slightest provocation. Did you find anything worthwhile? Let me see that. This is from Erlvar, the mine overseer. Could it be mere coincidence that the town guard investigating the mystery of the miners just happens to be the next to go missing? I think not. There is something amiss here. I have some idea. There's one just below, tucked away in the back of the town. Phoebe may be indisposed for the moment, so I'm counting on you to join me. Keep her whistle on you. We may need it.
So much to do.
What was all that screaming?
Oh, no worries here. All part of the process, I assure you.
All right.
I'm certain these are the caves mentioned in the letter. Use the spirit whistle here. What was that? It came from inside.
Acheron, no! Gods, no! Captain Acheron, he's dead. How can he be dead? This wasn't supposed to happen. None of this was supposed to... I don't know. I was supposed to meet Captain Acheron, but as I passed the caves, I heard a cry. I ran in to find him bleeding out. He died before I could ask what happened. Acheron was a fine man. He didn't deserve this fate. This is... No, I didn't. You two need to leave. Stop investigating this. Gather your assistants, pack your things, and get out of Blackreach. This is getting far too dangerous, and I don't want to see anyone else get hurt. Please. We're wasting time. Just go!
We need to talk. I feel Overseer Erlvar knows more than he told us. The last thing we should do is heed his advice to quit now. That I do not know, but he seems to be increasingly agitated as we continue to investigate. I may deal in spirits more often than I deal with the living, but I know when I'm being led by the nose. He's hiding something. Let's find out what. Captain Acheron's wounds are fresh. Come, it can't have gone far.
Okay, so exit the cave.
Look! Whatever killed Captain Acheron must have triggered one of our traps. There's footprints. be one with the shadows. We cannot afford to be seen. A strange mist. Follow it. It's Urval. Stay low.
Broik, killing Captain Agran was not part of our deal.
I am a vampire, Urvar. I have needs. I made that clear when you hired me.
I hired you to protect my people. This was not what we agreed. You've taken it too far.
Who are you to reprimand me? You haven't seen too far. Just wait.
It's all beginning to make sense. Overseer Urvar employed a vampire to protect the mine. How dastardly. I believe that explains the missing miners quite succinctly. He must have given the vampire people in exchange for protection for the rest of his workers. But from what, I wonder? Not yet. Despite our ingenious detective work, right now it's still the Overseer's word against ours. And he's already given Elle reason to distrust us. What we need is definitive proof, then she'll have to listen. I believe the Overseer's office is just across the mine. We should investigate. Of course, we have to find a way in first. Perhaps you could pick the lock, or steal his key. I'm somewhat out of my element now. Excellent. You are truly the purveyor of justice Phoebe made you out to be. Just be careful. If we manage to get ourselves caught, we won't get the chance to prove anything.
Okay. You know I can pick locks. We're doing pretty well.
What did you find? That look on your face. Tell me you found something. And explains what he was trying to protect his people from. It is not enough to simply turn this evidence over to Elle. I was hired to help this town. Spirits or no, I have a responsibility. We must stop this horror. The vampire seemed as though he was threatening Overseer Urvar at the end of their altercation. Perhaps he's planning some kind of retaliation. If so, there's a chance we could catch him in the act if we find him. We need to investigate the mines. There has to be a clue that will point us in the direction of that monster. Let's leave here. Dusktown needs us. This has to be the vampire's doing. I bet he didn't stop at one. Look for more. The vampire. Follow him, but stay out of sight.
Leave, so I called the guard.
These petty scoundrels should be flogged in the street.
Curse him! We'll never be able to catch him like this. How do we apprehend a man who can vanish into thin air right before our eyes? Vampires do not obey the same laws as specters and ghosts. My tools would be useless against him. Unless... Phoebe's whistle. Do you still have it? It's designed to emit a tone that's unsavory to immortal creatures. Perhaps it will disturb him. It's impossible to say without evidence. But it wasn't made specifically with spirits in mind, so there is a chance. Go on, try it. This is the only plan we've got.
My head!
There he goes. Follow him. More bodies. He's leaving a trail. He's not getting away.
You'll die like all the rest.
We have our proof. Let us return to Dusktown.
One?
I need some gold. You were right to bring this to my attention. Now go away.
This is ridiculous. You can't waltz in here and accuse me of such a thing.
My husband would never do something so insane. I don't suppose you have any proof.
Proof? What proof could they possibly have?
You and your associates accuse my husband of outrageous actions. Making deals with monsters? Murder? I hope you have a damn good reason. Let me see that. Donors? But I don't understand. You can't mean... Erlvar was feeding innocent miners to a vampire in order to keep everyone safe? How could this happen? How could I not have known? These were my people! The fact that he realized he was in over his head doesn't excuse the abhorrent decision in the first place. This is sickening. We both want to protect our people, but to think he'd resort to something so barbaric...
Oh, shoot. Double tapped by accident.
Another case solved. Though we weren't dealing in spirits today, I have no doubt you'd make a fine ghost hunter. You have a natural talent for investigation. Elle has my sympathy. It is not easy to condemn someone you love. She's strong. She will be fine. Anyway, it was an honor to work with you. If you ever find yourself tangled in the world of spirits again, I do hope you'll seek us out. Here, take this for your time. You undoubtedly deserve it. You know, I think Phoebe looks up to you. You've become a point of inspiration for her. I know we both hope our paths cross again. Perhaps. I still sense it.
Alright, so that's another one
I did
done.
what was
We got
needed.
another level.
You should be thanking me.
Two-handed.
Erlvar, you
which means
fool.
we get another skill. Let's see here. Perfect. So we are moving on to the next one then. Should be Hounds of Hercene. So, yeah, let's get right to it. We got 14 left on our list right now, but there will be 6 more after this, so...
All this time, the Overseer was working with a vampire. I knew there was something unpleasant about him.
All those people disappeared.
Okay, let's see. What the heck? Where do I go then? I don't know where to even start looking. I'm so confused. Okay. Maybe I should find her.
Please, stay calm, everyone. We will find
What if
out.
he's already
Are you
dead?
fleeing from the affliction as well? If you are lost in the darkness, know that you are safe here with us. Yes, it's horrible. The afflicted are compelled to transform and then become violent, almost feral. We were close to finding a cure, but our alchemist, Rasira, went missing. I fear something terrible may have happened. I'm not sure, but it's not like alchemist Rasira not to report back. My partner, Skjor, ran off to find him. I worry for him too. I want to search for them, but it's unwise to travel alone. I need an ally. Our non-werewolf allies barricaded themselves within the grotto.
All right.
You're not sick, are you? Be careful. If you hang around Tranya and her kind long enough, that might change. I'm truly sorry, but we can't risk letting anyone in. It's too dangerous. We can't have more people getting sick. He's still missing? Gods, Azir believes the violent werewolves was the result of an infection, one that he could cure. He went out in search of one final ingredient to test for his latest recipe, and never returned. No, but I know he took his notes with him when he left. Perhaps if you looked for clues, there might be a trail to lead you to him. We want the cure found just as much as the others. Please, find Rasir. He can fix all of this. Good. I hope he's all right. He's a brave man. Almost as soon as we heard Rasir was missing, Skor was asking after him. I told him the same thing I told you. We haven't seen him since then. He must still be out searching. Don't know how he's still standing, much less trying to find Rasir. He looked exhausted. His worry for Rasir seemed to take precedence, however. It's not unlike him. He's old.
Those must be Rasir's things. There is a fire up by those ruins. Maybe Rasir set up camp there. More journal pages. Quickly, let's see if we can find another. That looks like it might be the last of them. No sign of Rasir himself. But this journal should at least give us a clue as to where he went. What does it say? That's comforting. He must have been fairly confident to attempt the test. Impossible to say. But I hope with all my heart that he was. cavern he writes about is nearby. We have a lead. Let's investigate. We need to get to the cavern quickly and see if Razir is there. It's funny. He's always been the strong one. They did awful things to him at Greymore Keep, but he never broke. He inspired me when I felt like giving up. I'm not totally sure. He doesn't talk about it much. I knew they experimented on him more than the rest of us, because he was the strongest. He said they altered his body, made him take on strange mutations. It makes me sick to think of it.
The rage. It's gone. I have control of my senses once more. Please, you must save Razir. He's our only hope. When I fell ill, I felt this all-consuming fury. I had no control over myself. My body was not my own. I've never felt so helpless. But Razir cured me. My head feels clear again. I don't remember much. Just the rage. He ran. Skjor chased after him.
Let's do this too. All right.
You're not sick. Did Tranya send you? There's a cure for the affliction. I hid a few vials before I went to test it, just in case anything went wrong. Take my instructions. They will lead you to it. And tell Tranya, Skjor is lost. He succumbed to the affliction. His mind is gone. There's nothing there but rage. I thought there might be something left. I don't know. I just ran. Thank you.
Brazier, you're alive. Thank the gods. You found Brazier. Thank you, friend. I'm glad to see he still breathes. What did he tell you? Good. Once we have the cure, we can stop the affliction from spreading. While you collect it, I'll get Brazier safely back to the grotto. Meet us there when you obtain the cure. Cure found us. I did my best to fight them off, but he was too strong. The affliction transformed him. It took everything in me to just stall him. I told Rosero to run, but Skjor went out. They must have gone through the grotto. Take the path to the right. You'll have to swim. There is an entrance tucked back behind the cavern. I'll be fine.
Skjor ran through here, chasing after Rasia. Some of us tried to fight him off. But he's too powerful. A cure. Thank you, stranger. Give it to me, and I'll make sure the others get it. You need to go after Razir. He's injured, and he can't hope to survive against Score.
You cannot alter things. Why do you think you cannot defeat me?
Score. My friend. There was no way of saving him. He made sure of that. But I can't help but grieve for the man he was. Damn all of Greymore Keep for what they did to us. I'll survive.
Look! They're both alive!
I'm glad to see you in one piece, friend. And thank you for saving Razir. The affliction will subside as we spread the cure to those still affected. And what of Skur? I thought this much. But thanks to you, my people are safe. I would not let your help go to waste, nor will I let this tragedy sour the dreams Score and I created here. Take this. We don't have much to offer, but we will never forget what you did for us.
Another one done.
Citizen Bone attacked Brune, my lady, and he saw ghosts.
Ghosts? The rubes and oafs that reside in this town see spooks under every fish barrel. Normal animal attacks become works of supreme evil in their minds. My husband and I have too much on our plate to spend time investigating every wolf fight. I couldn't get much out of Brune, but it seems wolves attacked Havel's farm over to the west. He claims the beasts were only bones and covered in ice. I'm not inclined to believe him. People here tend to view the truth through their mead. Wolf packs do roam around the outskirts of town. Occasionally they snatch away a chicken or a goat. But attacking groups of people is unusual. Tell you what, could you go to the farm and get the truth? There would be coin in it for you. Excellent.
Alrighty.
Hey, you! Come over here before those zombies get you! Are you mad? Don't step foot anywhere near that farm. Those bone wolves will rip you apart limb from limb. They turned everyone there into zombies. By Moloch's nethers, what else would you call them? Felt like just a normal day of working the field. Then a freak storm blows in. Heard whispers on the wind, and saw a woman's ghost in the snow. That's when the beast swarmed from nowhere. Anyone brought down by wolves turned. Their skin shriveled and froze before my eyes. Then they attacked me. People I've known for years. Havel, the guy who owns the farm, holed up in the house. Could you check on him? I'm worried for his safety. Still think you're mad, but I appreciate that you're willing to check on Havel. He's a grumpy old coot, but he doesn't deserve whatever this is. You'll need a key to the house. When those Brune's still alive, the spirit.
Who is that? If you came to eat me, you better turn right around. What are you doing in my house? First, all my workers rot away into monsters because of frozen skeleton wolves. And now strangers are traipsing about my home? You saw those creatures in the field? If I leave, they'll make me like them. I have all I need in here to hold out until they are gone. Besides, I'm not ready to see who's waiting for me out there again. I saw the spirit of someone we thought disappeared years ago. The Jarl and Lady's daughter Freywin. They never talk about it. Too painful, I suppose. I guess she died if that's her ghost who brought these cursed wolves on us. No clue why she'd bring this upon us. Freywin always loved visiting the farm. Actually, there's someone who might know about Freywin's fate. A clever woman who speaks with spirits named Old Mjolnir. Perhaps you could ask her to help fix all this. Her hut lies to the northeast. She is a strange one for sure. Always stealing my chickens for her.
Can I feed the chickens, Hubble?
Of course, my dear. Go ahead and grab some soup.
Another quest, of course.
Another traveler approaches. Visitors come so rarely to visit this old woman, but fate has a way of making one suddenly useful. Well, get close to the fire, warm up, pose your question. Wondered when they would send someone. Though an outsider surprises me. Yes, I know the fleshless fools, but a ghost of young Freywin? Disturbing. I may have answers for this haunting, but I'll need cursed specimens to study. You will get them. Blood and tissue. Tear some decayed skin off an affected person and scrape dried blood from a cursed wolf. Bring me these things so I can understand what kind of magic we're dealing with. I fear there is more to Freywin's haunting than we realize. Good. Go on. Return. Now, where did I put those rune stones?
Alright, we're going to be ending the video here shortly too.
Such sloppy magic. Untrained. The scent of death enters my nose. Yes, these will do nicely. Fresh, intact, thrumming with magic. This shall make the ritual easy. They have an icy burn to the touch. Hope they weren't too much trouble. Perhaps those walking corpses willingly gave up their skin? Many things. Is this a spell or a curse? Where does it get its power? Magic holds unique patterns, like footprints in the snow. If it's known to me, perhaps you can track the source. But first, I must extract this knowledge. Good. I won't... Just as I feared. Come, listen to a tale. The ritual bears out my fears. I recognize the curse corrupting life around Morthal. Years ago, a death mage named Maxton killed a group of town guards at Yenstag Ruins. The same magic she used then now animates these undead. All I know are whispers. They say Maxton kidnapped Freywin and forced her into the ruins. Naturally, the Jarl dispatched the guards to rescue his daughter. But just as they arrived, a tempest of ice arose that froze the soldiers where they stood. Vanished. Until now, it seems. Though the link between Freywin's ghost and this curse still remains unclear. To find a cure, I need Maxton's original spell. Go east to the ruins. Retrieve anything that could reveal the nature of her work. Good. Meet me in...
Sure about this, my love? What if something goes wrong? Absolutely. I've researched this ritual for years. Are you sure about this, my love? What if something goes wrong? Absolutely. I've researched this ritual for years. I just need your help. Leave these ruins. Explain why you're following me. Who are you? And why do you pursue me? First at Havel's farm, and now you emerge unscathed from these accursed ruins. If Maxton sent you to bring me back to her, I won't go. Everyone should just stay away before I kill them as well. No, I still live. For now. The curse I carry will kill me soon enough. I own its power. Thank you, stranger.
Can you help him? Witch?
The curse rots his flesh. I've done what I can.
Good, you're back. Old Mjolnir told me of your discovery at the farm. She believes that Freywin's ghost somehow heralds this curse. I held out hope of her survival for years. Perhaps finally knowing her fate brings some relief despite it all. Still alive? Is that by the water where the boats dock? Or perhaps her bedroom where she watched people from the window? The tree! Oh, Freywin, that old tree in the forest above Morthal. She would spend hours there. We must go now. But you survived? Oh, the clever woman protected you. Speak with old Mjolnir, please. She knows so much more about magic than anyone in Morthal. Thank you. I need a moment to process everything you told me. And hold on to the locket. I'd refuse to take it while there's still hope to keep Freywin alive.
So you found Freywin alive, did you? An unexpected but welcome turn of events. We may yet be able to save her. Let me see. Awful. The fantasies of a child. Playing with magic like this invites danger. The energies at the ruins surely overwhelmed her. But this shard... Tell me, did Freywin explain the visions of her ghost to you? Yes, this is what I needed to know. Maxton's ritual consumed the spirits in the ruins. She wished to gain power by absorbing their memories. Freywin's curse drains her life energy, then manifests it as her own memories. This is how we cure her. By flooding her with her own life force, we can burn out the curse. Give me her locket. Ah, yes. It hums with emotional power. Once attuned, you can absorb Freywin's memories into it. Fill it with her energy so we may rescue her from death. Good. Here is the...
Alright, so we are going to end the episode here. I will see you guys in the next one.